If you are over 60, I want you to imagine this clearly. You go to bed after what feels like a healthy dinner, maybe a fresh salad or a plate of steamed vegetables, satisfied that you made smart choices for your body. You fall asleep feeling responsible, even proud. Then morning comes, and something is wrong. Your speech feels slow or slightly slurred. One arm feels heavy or weak. You sit up and feel dizzy, disoriented, unsure of what is happening. Most people immediately blame sugar, fried food, or stress. But here is the truth that surprises almost everyone. Sometimes the trigger is a vegetable you believed was protecting you. Yes, a vegetable. One you have been told for decades supports your heart and sharpens your brain, but after 60, it can quietly increase your stroke risk overnight. I have witnessed this repeatedly while working with older adults. Foods that supported your body at 40 can behave very differently at 70, especially when combined with common medications or eaten at the wrong time of day. The reassuring news is that you do not need to fear food. You simply need to understand how your aging body processes it now. Today we are breaking down 9 common vegetables that can silently raise stroke risk for people over 60, and more importantly, how to continue eating them safely. Stay until the end, because the final vegetable is one most seniors eat every week, and it may be the most dangerous of all. Let us begin with a vegetable you likely considered your strongest ally, but which can quietly turn against your brain after 60. Spinach has been celebrated for generations as one of the healthiest foods on the planet, rich in iron, magnesium, and powerful antioxidants. Yet after 60, this so-called superfood can shift from helpful to harmful if eaten without awareness. The issue lies in oxalates, natural compounds found in spinach that bind to calcium. In younger adults, the kidneys usually flush these compounds out efficiently. As we age, kidney function slows, blood vessels lose elasticity, and many seniors begin taking calcium or vitamin D supplements. Together, these changes allow oxalates and calcium to form tiny calcium oxalate crystals in the bloodstream. Over time, these microscopic crystals can accumulate and narrow the small arteries that supply the brain, much like sand clogging a narrow pipe. Blood flow becomes weaker, oxygen delivery drops, and a small clot can trigger what is known as a silent stroke, often occurring during sleep. This does not mean spinach is unhealthy. It means your body handles it differently now. To reduce risk, spinach is best eaten earlier in the day, at breakfast or lunch, when your metabolism and circulation are more active. Avoid frequently pairing it with calcium or vitamin D supplements, and speak with your doctor if you have kidney or heart conditions. Spinach remains nutritionally valuable, but after 60 it comes with rules. When you respect those rules, it supports your health. When you ignore them, it may quietly work against your brain while you sleep. Broccoli is another vegetable long praised as a heart protector. It is loaded with fiber, antioxidants, and immune-supporting vitamins that contribute to longevity. However, after 60, broccoli can quietly become risky, not because it is harmful on its own, but because of how it interacts with medications many seniors take daily. The primary concern is vitamin K, a nutrient essential for blood clotting. In younger years, this is beneficial. But for older adults taking blood thinners such as warfarin, clopidogrel, or even daily aspirin, excess vitamin K can interfere with medication effectiveness, causing blood to become either too thick or too thin. That imbalance can be the difference between stable circulation and a stroke. The greatest danger is inconsistency. Eating large amounts of broccoli one week and very little the next can disrupt medication levels without obvious warning signs. You may feel fine until blood pressure spikes or clotting becomes unstable. The safest approach is consistency rather than elimination. Moderate, regular intake is key. Always inform your doctor about your usual diet so medications can be adjusted appropriately. Broccoli can still protect your heart and brain, but after 60 it must be eaten with awareness and balance. Romaine lettuce feels like the perfect light dinner choice for many seniors. It is low in calories, easy to digest, and widely considered gentle on the body. What many do not realize is that eating romaine late in the evening can quietly increase stroke risk overnight. Romaine acts as a natural diuretic, encouraging the body to release water. In younger adults, this effect is minor. In older adults, kidney function slows, blood vessels stiffen, and thirst signals weaken. You may not feel dehydrated, but your blood can thicken as you sleep. Thickened blood moves more slowly through aging arteries, making small clots more likely, especially when combined with blood pressure or diuretic medications. The solution is not to avoid salads, but to adjust timing. Romaine is best eaten earlier in the day, when hydration levels and circulation are stronger. If you do eat greens at night, drinking a small glass of water alongside them can help maintain blood flow. Romaine lettuce still supports digestive and heart health, but after 60, timing becomes critical. Eaten too late, it may quietly strain circulation and the brain. Raw carrots are often seen as the ideal healthy snack. They are crunchy, low in calories, and rich in beta-carotene for eye health. For adults over 60, however, eating raw carrots at the wrong time can quietly disrupt circulation. Raw carrots digest quickly, releasing natural sugars into the bloodstream. Younger bodies handle this spike easily. Older bodies, especially those with prediabetes, diabetes, or slower metabolism, may not. The rapid rise and fall in blood sugar during sleep triggers stress hormones such as cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones constrict blood vessels and raise blood pressure when the body should be resting. Combined with mild dehydration, blood thickens, creating ideal conditions for small clots that reduce oxygen flow to the brain. The adjustment is simple. Avoid eating raw carrots alone or late at night. Enjoy them earlier in the day and pair them with protein or healthy fats like hummus, nuts, or yogurt to slow sugar absorption. Carrots remain nutritious and beneficial, but after 60, timing determines whether they heal or quietly harm. At this point, many people begin to realize how small habits matter more than ever. Garlic is another powerful example. For centuries, it has been valued for lowering blood pressure, supporting heart health, and strengthening immunity. After 60, particularly for those on blood-thinning medication, garlic can cross the line from protective to dangerous. Garlic naturally thins the blood through sulfur compounds that reduce clotting. When combined with prescription blood thinners or daily aspirin, blood can become excessively thin, increasing the risk of bleeding in delicate brain vessels. Symptoms may include dizziness, unexplained bruising, nosebleeds, and in severe cases, hemorrhagic stroke. Garlic does not need to be eliminated, but it must be treated with respect. Concentrated garlic supplements should be avoided unless approved by a doctor. Small amounts used in cooked meals are safer, as heat reduces its blood-thinning strength. Monitoring for signs of excessive thinning and adjusting intake with medical guidance can keep garlic beneficial rather than risky. Onions present a similar story. They are rich in antioxidants and circulation-supporting compounds, but for seniors taking blood pressure or blood-thinning medications, large amounts can cause problems. Onions contain quercetin, a compound that widens blood vessels and lowers blood pressure. In moderation, this is helpful, but combined with medication, it can cause pressure to drop too low, reducing oxygen delivery to the brain. At night, when hydration decreases and circulation slows, this effect can increase the risk of fainting or mild stroke-like events. Cooking onions reduces quercetin's strength, and enjoying them as flavor rather than a main component is safer. Corn often feels harmless and comforting, yet nutritionally it behaves more like a starch than a vegetable. After 60, rapid conversion of corn sugars into glucose can cause sharp blood sugar spikes, followed by crashes, releasing stress hormones that tighten blood vessels and thicken blood. This effect is especially risky at night. Treating corn as an occasional side dish and pairing it with protein can reduce strain on circulation. Asparagus, often praised for its elegance and lightness, is another natural diuretic. For seniors, eating it late in the evening can promote dehydration during sleep, thickening blood and slowing circulation. Earlier consumption and proper hydration reduce this risk. Tomatoes, finally, are often viewed as the ultimate health food, but after 60 they can cause unpredictable vascular reactions due to compounds found in nightshades. These can trigger inflammation, electrolyte imbalance, and circulation changes that mimic early stroke symptoms, especially when eaten in large amounts or late at night. Cooking tomatoes and pairing them with mineral-rich foods helps reduce these effects. After hearing all of this, it is natural to feel surprised or even uneasy. We are taught that vegetables are always good, and largely they are. But after 60, your body is different. Kidneys filter more slowly, blood vessels are more fragile, and hydration needs increase. What matters now is not just what you eat, but when, how much, and what medications are involved. Awareness creates freedom, not restriction. With small adjustments, you can continue enjoying the foods you love while protecting your brain and circulation. Medical disclaimer. This video is intended for educational purposes only and should never be treated as a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Every senior's health situation is different, especially if you are taking prescription medications, managing chronic conditions, or recovering from past cardiovascular events. What is safe and appropriate for one person may not be right for another. Always consult your doctor, pharmacist, or qualified healthcare provider before making significant dietary changes, adjusting supplements, or changing how you time your meals. Paying attention to your body and working closely with a medical professional is the safest and most reliable path to long-term health, stability, and peace of mind. Today, we explored 9 everyday vegetables that can quietly raise stroke risk when eaten the wrong way after the age of 60, from spinach and broccoli to asparagus and tomatoes. These foods are not villains, and they are not meant to scare you away from healthy eating. In fact, each one of them contains valuable nutrients that can support your heart, brain, digestion, and immune system when used correctly. The real issue is not the vegetable itself, but timing, quantity, hydration, and interaction with medications in an aging body that processes food very differently than it once did. After 60, your kidneys no longer filter as efficiently as they did in midlife. Your blood vessels are less elastic and more sensitive to pressure changes. Your thirst signals are weaker, making dehydration easier to miss. Your liver processes compounds more slowly, and medications often stay active in your system longer. Because of these changes, even foods that were once completely harmless can behave differently, especially overnight when circulation slows and the body is meant to rest and repair. A salad at lunch may improve blood flow and energy, while the same salad late at night may quietly thicken your blood or lower blood pressure too much during sleep. Garlic cooked into a meal can gently support circulation, while concentrated garlic supplements combined with medication can dangerously thin the blood. Corn enjoyed occasionally with protein may feel comforting and nourishing, while corn eaten late in the evening on its own can push blood sugar and stress hormones in the wrong direction. This is why awareness matters more than restriction. You are not being asked to give up vegetables or live in fear of food. You are being invited to eat with intention. Small changes make a powerful difference. Drinking enough water throughout the day helps keep blood flowing smoothly at night. Eating heavier or more reactive vegetables earlier in the day gives your body time to process them safely. Pairing vegetables with protein or healthy fats slows sugar absorption and stabilizes circulation. Keeping your intake consistent allows medications to work as intended instead of being thrown off balance by sudden dietary shifts. Perhaps most importantly, listening to your body matters. Pay attention to subtle signs like unexplained dizziness, frequent headaches, unusual bruising, nighttime restlessness, or waking up feeling foggy or weak. These signals are not something to ignore or brush off as just aging. They are messages. When you notice patterns, such as symptoms appearing after certain meals or at specific times of day, that information becomes a powerful tool you can share with your doctor to fine-tune your diet and medications safely. The goal of this message is not perfection, but confidence. Aging does not mean losing control. In many ways, it means gaining wisdom. When you understand how your body has changed, you can make choices that support clarity, strength, and independence instead of accidentally working against them. Food should nourish you, not worry you. Knowledge allows you to keep enjoying the foods you love while reducing unnecessary risk. Now I would love to hear from you. Which of these vegetables surprised you the most? Was there one you eat regularly that you never suspected could cause issues when mistimed or overused? Will you be changing how or when you eat any of them after hearing this information? Your experience matters, and your story may help another senior who is quietly struggling with similar symptoms. Share your thoughts and experiences, because learning from each other is one of the most powerful forms of support. If you found this information helpful, consider liking the video and subscribing to Senior Vital Health so more seniors can discover practical, honest guidance that helps them stay informed and independent. Supporting educational content like this helps ensure that important health conversations continue to reach the people who need them most. Remember, what you put on your plate today becomes the energy, clarity, and stability you carry into tomorrow. Aging is not about decline. It is about adaptation, awareness, and making choices that allow you to live with confidence, dignity, and strength for years to come.